Morning guys, how you doing? Hope you're good. So Thursday already? Fuck me, it's coming around quick. So I had a bit of a nightmare yesterday, so I think I've torn my actual bicep and pec area. I'm gonna get it assessed today at jiu-jitsu, which is kind of a bit of a nightmare because I was due to compete on Sunday with my son. So I'm a bit gutted. I'm gutted in the fact that I'm gonna be out for about 8 weeks with it, if not longer. So I'm hoping it's not going to be anything super major. But it is what it is, right? Still, I'm alive here talking to you. Let's put it in perspective. It's an injury. There's plenty more competitions. It's not like I'm fucking about to die tomorrow. So, and I think that's quite relevant for a lot of people, because obviously, you know, it's very disappointing that I can't compete because of the injury. But it is what it is. It's adapt and overcome. It's like everything that I talk about. I can't even hold my phone with my right arm, and my left arm's already aching. So look, I want to talk about 4 reasons that I think guys are not really where they want to be, not moving forwards. And this is not just based on my like thoughts that I've just plucked out the sky. This is based on my own experience and the hundreds of calls. You know, I talk to a lot of guys, and these things tend to come up most, and in no particular order. Okay, we're going to start with procrastination. So procrastination is just a big killer, putting things off, sort of holding on to the last minute, and kind of just dwelling, you know, just like sitting there thinking, deciding not to go for it, talking yourself out of it, thinking of excuses not to do what you want to do. And this can come in the form of exercise. It can come in the form of nutrition. It can come in the form of personal development. Thanks, John. Thanks, Carl. And it's just one of those things that we all do. Like, and I sometimes I don't think that we realise that we're doing it, but then after a while you think, oh, I've been putting it off. There's a couple of guys who joined a Brotherhood last week, and they said, I've been talking myself out of joining since June, you know, and what are we now, sort of September, so that's almost 3 months, and they wanted to join, but they just kept on talking themselves out of it, and decided, right, I've got to stop fucking about. I'm going to get in there, get it sorted, and get involved. But you see, that procrastination, we don't have that much time. We don't have a lot of time. And I wonder how many years and how much time we spend procrastinating. I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to go and do that. Let's go and do that. I can't do that because, you know, because I'm working, because I'm got no time, because I'm too busy. One thing after the other. Sorry, I just fucking badger in the middle of the road. And yeah, and it's a killer. Procrastination is almost sometimes like a disease. You know, it just consumes you. It's your way out almost. So, and it's something that I talk to a lot of dads about, and they just say, yeah, I've just been procrastinating, I've just been thinking about it. We've got to snap out of that, fucking fellas. Got to get out of that habit. Implement. And did a video once saying how you do everything, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you procrastinate on doing the washing up, procrastinate on putting the shelves up and mowing the garden, cleaning the car, you know, it becomes a habit. So you naturally bring that type of habit into your fitness life, into your nutrition life, into your lifestyle, into your mindset. So, procrastination, fucking deal with it. Let's move on with it. If you're going to do something, make a decision, follow it up, back yourself up, get it done straight away. Second thing is lack of control. Now, what I mean by that is we are not controlling our day, our time, our emotions, and we're simply in a coping mechanism. So we're dealing with stress of work, we're dealing with stress of family, maybe divorce, maybe kids being little turds, maybe we're not coping emotionally with life and what life and life realities bring. we're in a coping state, and I call it either the coping state or the control state. And we build up that control by building structure, by building focus, by building vision, and making sure that we can control situations that come our way that don't distract us. So we don't, for example, if you have a bad day at work, you don't need to come home and go on a piss all night, and start drinking to your sleep to drown out the emotions and the pain of the stress, of the unhappiness, of the responsibilities. And I think if we can control our morning routine, our afternoon routine, our evening routine, and we reduce as much stress around us as possible, everything else kind of fits into place. And I think it's really important to be able to control your emotions, trying to just think before you act, trying to almost take a knee, take a deep breath, think about what's going on. All right, control the procrastination, all kind of links in with each other. So trying to find control in your daily actions and daily thoughts and daily emotions, I think will set guys in the right frame of mind. And it's something that often comes up in phone calls, is saying, I don't feel in control, I just feel like I'm coping. The other thing is, number 3, third reason, is not actually knowing what direction to go in. So they want to do something about their health, and they want to do something about being better and fitter. That's going to help their state of mind, but they don't know what. They don't know what they're doing at the gym, or they're too nervous to go into the gym. They want to go up to the weight rack and maybe do some weights and stuff, but they don't know quite how to do anything. Maybe want to work online, but they're maybe skeptical because you don't work face to face with somebody. I've always been skeptical of working with people online unless I really get to know them. And it's just that lack of direction or confidence, really, to say, this is the plan, this is what I want to do, and let's go all in. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a big thing for a lot of people is, fuck, I want to be fit, but where the fuck do I go? It's like trying to find a good family car, and you're like, well, who can I trust to buy a family car from? Like anything, I think there's an air of scepticism about, car dealers and stuff like that, and there is about trainers. You hear horror stories about particular programs that are shit, or people that are not supportive enough, or the atmosphere at gyms. And actually, it's just probably our own insecurities, but a lack of vision. Where are we going to go? Right, the last one, and could be the most important, and something that a lot of the guys in the Brotherhood get a lot of, and probably why they join, is accountability. Now, accountability, I did a video the other day talking about how we hold our kids accountable all the time. Have you hung up your clothes? Have you done your homework? Get off the PlayStation. Are you ready for school tomorrow? Have you brushed your teeth? Have you had your dinner? Have you made your packed lunch? We do that really well by holding other people accountable. You might even do it in your work. You might have a senior role where you're in charge of other people and following up. And I think what we fail to do is then hold ourselves accountable. It's where a lot of guys who make sure everybody else is all right, but they never really look after themselves. So I've spoken to a few dads recently in the last sort of 2-3 weeks where they're fantastic, really fantastic men to talk to, because they're so dedicated to looking after their children, their wife, their family, that they actually turned around and said, I'm just not looking after me. And that accountability is something that we sometimes need, because we fail to look after ourselves and we fail to hold ourselves accountable and say, did you do your workout today? Were you the best version of yourself today? Did you get your nutrition on point? And sometimes we need someone to hold ourselves accountable. If you look through life, as infant school or junior school, you have teachers and you have your parents. Oh my God. Same as when you go to secondary school, teachers, parents. Go to college, you have teachers, parents, you have people holding you accountable right through to university. If you're in the military, you've got senior personnel holding you accountable. Why aren't you doing this? Why are you doing this? And then sometimes when we go into the real world, it might feel like your wife's holding you accountable, asking why you haven't put the shelves up Well, she does. She holds you accountable. Why haven't you put the shelves up? Why haven't you mown the garden? Why haven't you cleaned the car? But when it comes to your health, who's holding you accountable? Who is like making sure that you aren't skipping a workout, that you aren't talking yourself out, that you aren't procrastinating? Who's holding you accountable for your actions during the day and trying to be in control? Accountability is something that we lack and we miss, because sometimes we just need a good fucking kick up the arse to tell us exactly what the hell to do, to tell us to sort our shit out. Sometimes we need someone to say, hey, don't worry about what happened today, tomorrow's another day. Accountability can be in a supportive manner. It can be in lots of different ways. So in theory, those 4 things, I think, for me, are the biggest barriers, you know. So we've got procrastination. We have the what we've just spoken about there, accountability. We have that lack of vision, and we have the lack of control and things that we can work at. And those are 4 things. I keep getting itchy nose and I can't lift my arm up to scratch it. And they are the 4 things that I think people struggle with most. And if you're aware of them, then during the day or during life, you can attack those things. They're things that you can get on top of. You know, how are you going to get on top of them? How are you going to plan? And the way that we do that within the Brotherhood is that we've just done a 12-week plan. So guys now have a plan, and they have accountability with our accountability system. We have control because within our accountability system, we find out where the control's lacking, and it's raising self-awareness. So people are starting to see the gaps in their life about where they're losing control. And before I even come in to jump on it, most of the guys have jumped on and said, hey, tomorrow's another day. So you got accountability from another source rather than just a coach. And there's no procrastination because everyone's fucking on it. And if you're not on it, you're out. That's fucking the way it goes. So think about those 4 things, guys. Take them into consideration. Ask yourself, which one of those things are you experiencing? Which one of those things can you relate to? And which ones are you going to fucking sort out? Don't procrastinate at all. Get something done. If you want to join us in the Brotherhood and you want to work with us leading up into Christmas, there's a link somewhere on the post. Same with on the podcast. But I appreciate you listening. Hope you have a great day. And hopefully tomorrow's another day. Hopefully this injury doesn't turn out as worse as I think it is actually going to be. Otherwise it's going to be a long old couple of months leading up to Christmas. But I still got my legs. We can still keep running. Got 100 mileage to train for, so that's what my focus will have to be, and not jiu-jitsu. Any questions? Stick them down below. Anything you want me to cover, stick them down below. Anything that you're struggling with, stick them down below, and I'll go through the comments and check them out. All right, guys, have a great day.